Be with us. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Detroit Tigers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. First pitch moments away. And on the mound here today, ZAC GALLEN. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Riley Green at the plate now. That's ball one. And that one fouled off. That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
That one misses. And a full count now. Out there to center. Carroll moves towards it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. And now the Tigers line up for manager A.J. Hinch. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Mark Canha, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. One of the things amazing with Zach, think about the players he's been traded with and for. In December of 17, he and Sandy Alcantara were dealt to Miami from the Cardinals for Marcell Ozuna. Then ultimately in July of 19, he went to Arizona for Jazz Chisholm. 1 out, bases empty. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. One down, base is empty. Wouldn't chase that time. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Wenzel Perez stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Two outs. And a foul ball. And a pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. McCarthy settles under it. And that'll do it. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. Back here in the desert, and on the hill in this one, Jack Flaherty. And Singy, that may be his name, but the strikeout is his game.
Well, Boog, I can tell you've been working on that one, but yes, you are right. This guy's strikeout per 9, over 11. I mean, that's just getting it done. There are a lot of strikeouts in that other lineup, and when you look at what he's able to do, man, it's going to be a fun one to watch today.
Bottom of the first, this is Corbin Carroll.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That one inside, 1-0. And that's in for a strike. That one misses, and that's ball 2.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
And that's too high, ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Ketel Marte up to the plate. And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Ground ball left side, could be 2. To second, there's 1, and that's 2.
Well, almost any time you roll over and send a 2-ball to short at this level, you can pretty much count on a double play. Middle infielders are just so reliable, and they work on these plays all the time, so it almost becomes like second nature.
And Jack Peterson stands in. That misses, and it's 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
The pitch. Fought off foul. Kicks and deals. Foul ball.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
And a swing and a miss, and a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Scoreless after 1. Back here at Chase Field, and now the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. Gallen measures 6 feet 2 inches, 28 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2016. And that one is in for a strike. Pitch misses, and it's 1-2. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one hops against the fence. Carroll quickly throws it in. Runner holds it second, so another base hit could get us the first run of the game.
Everything came together for him. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Gio Urshela to the plate. That one's in there, 0-1. Man at second.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
In the dirt. 1-2 the count.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Go-ahead run at second here at the top of the second. Got him looking. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
And next up for the Tigers, Colt Keith. And that one fouled off. Just missed.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. Line drive, base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He will score, and they take the lead. 1-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. Grounder might be 2. There's 1. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusive show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Christian Walker. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Yeah, big swing and a miss. And a pitch. Line and a base hit into right. Off to a good start for the leadoff now.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Entered the game on defense, so this is his first trip to the plate in this one. That's down and in.
1-0.
With the go-ahead run at the plate, bottom half of inning number 2. And another ball. Righty to the plate. And a foul ball. Makes the count 2-1. Kicks and fires. Hammered on the line, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
outs, runners at first and second. Swings and misses. 0-2.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
That one not close. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. Keith. Fired to second. On to first, double play.
Sometimes double plays get turned so quickly that you don't really get to appreciate all of the finer details and how these guys execute them. Right there, really nice footwork, and a good feed to second was the key to pulling it off.
Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. And they get the out after the ricochet. What a play, inning over. One left for Arizona, and it remains 1-0. Top half of the third inning, and here is Javier Baez. Gallen back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, no strike.
Gets the call. That's strike 1.
1 strike.
Swing and a miss. Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
The pitch. Lifted in the air down the left side, and it falls. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1. Righty delivers and takes low for ball 1. At the belt and fires. That one fouled off. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Now back left field.
Zach McKinstry up now for the Tigers, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. And the pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. And the right-hander deals.
1-1.
First and second, no outs. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Here's Mark Canha. Struck out swinging his first time. That's a strike. The 0-1. Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. Baez at third with 2 away. Out in front and foul to the left side. And a pitch. Lifted in the air, out to left. Calls it in to end the inning. 1 left for Detroit. They lead it 1-0. Bottom of the inning at the plate. Jake McCarthy.
The left fielder.
The wind and the pitch. And that one fouled off.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Late with the swing there.
No ball. He's straight.
That misses the zone, and the count 1-2.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
That one lifted to left. Sizes this one up. Puts it away for the out.
Batting done. The shortstop.
The batter now, Kevin Newman. And fouled off. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the last half of the third. Fall off foul.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Misses inside. Going to count 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Bounce to the left side. And it's just foul. That was close. He goes down looking. Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Walked to open the ball game. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Just missed. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two down, nobody on. Got him looking. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for Arizona. They're down 1-0. Back here in the desert, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the 4th, Wencel Perez. The pitch. And a good eye there.
1-0.
Strike one.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
The 1-1. Good eye in that spot.
Well, these Tigers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
2-2 now.
3 balls. 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths, it's not just the pitcher, it's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders, have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Carpenter now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. And the 0-2. Swing and a ball lifted left field. McCarthy snags it. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Tigers, the third baseman, Gio.
Here's Gio Urshela. He's 0 for 1. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Foul ball there. Bounced out to short. Newman. That's the 3rd out. Tigers are shut down there, but they lead it 1-0. And we're back. Bottom 4, down the number 2 hitter, Ketel Marte. The line to kick the pitch. On the ground at first, and foul ball. And now the 0-1.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 2.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
And that one fouled off. Right-hander kicks, deals. And that's downstairs and outside.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
And a swing and a miss. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Here's Jack Peterson. He's been a great free agent sign. That one's in there. Strike 1.
Oh, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Next offering upstairs. trying to hold a one-run lead. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
One down, base is empty. Hard hit left side. Baez fires over to first. And that quickly, 2 away.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
And now it's Christian Walker.
This is a batter right here who really produces in these night games, and we saw the latest example of it in his first AB.
Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
Fouled off. He was late. Here comes a pitch. And a foul ball. And the pitch. Line drive. And that's just foul. Two outs. And another ball. Smash down the left field line. And that ends the inning. And the Diamondbacks down in order. They still trail 1-0. Back here at Chase Field, here's the second baseman, Colt Heath. The wind of the pitch. Ball 1, no strikes. And he grounds one to the right side. And that one finds its way through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
So man aboard, Spencer Torkelson, the next to hit. 0 for 1 so far. That's in there. And it's 0-1. Yeah, that's outside.
1-1.
The pitch. Swinging a foul straight back. The punch out there. 1 away. The batter now, Javier Baez. And he's already singled in this game. Up and in, ball 1. And the righty deals. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
That one catches the zone, and the count 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Quick feed to second for one. To Walker, and that's two. One hit in the inning, but no one left. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Tigers 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the fifth, and it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. The right-hander back to work. Not close with that one. Ball one. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Eugenio Suarez up to hit down. He's 0 for 1. And that's in there for strike one.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
The 0-1. And fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Fought off foul. Tying run at first, the winning run at the plate. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. And now 1 and 2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Line drive, that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ball game.
Now, Jake McCarthy. That's whipped to right, down the line. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. 1 runs in. Moreno around third. The relay, the tag out.
The base runner did a great job of making that a close play at the plate with an excellent slide. Made the catcher work to get out there and put down the tag. The throw was on the money, and that's what made the difference. Big time play to cut down a run.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Kevin Newman. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. left side. Fires across the diamond. Inning over, and it could have been worse. So they get 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 5, all tied 1-1. Back here in the desert, all set for the top of the 6th. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Carson Kelly. Gallen back to work. Got one close, ruled the ball. And that's ball 1.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Man at second. That's a base hit. Here comes Baez around third. The relay. He scores and they have the lead. It's 2-1. Well, they didn't waste any time as they knock home the runner from second to get on the board.
Huge for team confidence and how you approach the situation. Still have a guy on base, and now they'll try to add on.
So the lineup flips over. And up next for Detroit, ZAC McKinstry. One on, nobody out, a run in, and here in extra innings. Swing and he breaks his bat. That's a foul ball. Left-hand batter waits. And there's a ball. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Suarez makes the catch. 1 away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
So up next, Mark Canha. He was late there, strike 1.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
And ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering misses. Ball 2. And a pitch. Canha swings and crushes one. Out to left. That ball's carrying. And that one is out of here. And that should quiet this home crowd. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 4-1.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Torey Lovullo is out of the dugout, and he's going to make a move here. ZAC Gallen gives way. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Now on the mound for the Diamondbacks, Brandon Pfaadt.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
Wencel Perez up now for the Tigers. And there's a foul ball. Already 3 runs across in the frame, and we're the top half of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Two outs, base is empty. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. 1 for 2. First offering, and it just misses.
1-0.
There's the strike. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Carroll moves towards it. Corrals it. And that is that. 3 runs for them here, and they move ahead. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. Tigers 4 and the Diamondbacks 1. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Corbin Carroll. And here it comes. Now a check swing, but he held up.
You know, these D-backs just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Late that time, and it's strike 2. The pitch. Ground off the middle. That's a base hit. Around third. The throw in. He'll score, and now just a 2-run deficit. Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, guys pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
And here comes the Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Jack Flaherty will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. New pitcher for the Tigers, Alex Lang. He's been so good against lefties.
Now pitching for Detroit, number 55, Alex Lang.
Here's Ketel Marte. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. Wouldn't chase that time.
Well, an interesting situation. 1 swing, you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, base runner with a 1-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Splits the plate. Now 2 balls and a strike. And that one fouled off. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Tying run at the plate. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that one is in the dirt. And the count's full. Jock Peterson hitting on deck circle. And he deals. And he walked him. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
First and second, no outs. And now the DH, Jock Peterson.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Left field. McKinstry pulls it in on the run.
Now batting, first baseman, Christian Walker.
2 on, 1 out. Christian Walker stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Well, if he gets the save here, he's going to have earned it. Just getting through this hitter is going to be a challenge enough.
And he takes one right on the black. 1-1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
With the winning run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
So the tying run at second. And that's outside. Now 1-2. Two on, 1 out. That misses the zone. It's 2-2. And it skips in the dirt. On the ground, a second, might be 2. There's 1. That's a double play. The ball game is over. Flaherty with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.